It's an embarrassing moment when you realize you screwed up, and it hurts. It makes you not want to talk about it. It makes you want to go hide. One of the things that mistakes, that sin does, is it breaks community. It makes you want to go push yourself in a cave somewhere and withdraw from community when you need community most. When you realize that you have been in a relationship, or you have been part of a relationship where you have made mistakes, when you realize that this mistake has cost you and has damaged you, we have to deal with that. It's not going to get better by itself. It's not going to go away. And now you may push it aside. It may kind of go to a different part of your life and show up in depression or anger, or even sometimes fuel a habit that turns into an addiction. Now, that's rare, but sometimes that does happen. My only thing is that we have to deal with this redemptively. Now, how do we do that? We start with confession. Now, confession is not beating yourself up. I don't want you to buy a chain at the hardware store and walk downtown beating yourself with this chain, thinking that if you can, bleed enough that you'll pay for the crime. Confession isn't that at all. Confession is just owning it. This is where I was. This is what happened. It's the first thing you have to do when you're going somewhere. You'll find a map, and the first thing you have to do is find where you are on the map. That's confession. This is where I am. May not have wanted to be here. Don't like being here, but this is where I am. I don't want to stay here, but I'm being honest. This is what happened. Now, sometimes you would do well to find a trusted friend that you can talk to about that. Now, I'll emphasize trusted friend. When Jesus says talk to these things about the church, he doesn't necessarily mean all hundreds and hundreds of people who come to Kairos, or all thousands of people that make up Brentwood Baptist Church. All of us, and it's the reason that small groups are so important, all of us should have one or two people around who are church to you, who are Jesus to you, that you can talk to about these kind of things. That's why we have the counselors at Kairos, is because they are trained in how to listen and help you work through these kind of things. The confession is part of it. The second thing is the repentance. The repentance says, I don't want to stay here. I want to walk a different way. That means we're going to start doing some proactive things to not do what we did before. We're going to change what we want. We're going to maybe even write out, this is the kind of person I want to become. This is the kind of relationship I'm looking for. And then we will start doing the things that make those kind of things happen in our life. Again, that happens in community. That happens in a small group. That happens with other people around you to encourage you. You have to confess it. You have to own it. You have to pray for the forgiveness. And then you have to walk the new way that repentance means, which means you may have to have new friends. You may have to break up with a relationship. But any relationship that right now is connected only by the physical aspect of the relationship isn't going to be a relationship that lasts anyway. So you just need to be honest that this is where you are and break it off as fast as you can. That is a difficult process, and it is sometimes a painful process. But Jesus does not intend the pain to be destructive to you. Pain is God's good gift to you to let you know something is wrong, to let you know to pay attention to something. If your elbow hurts or your knee hurts, that's your body's way of saying pay attention to this part of your body. If your soul hurts, then that's God's way of telling you, let's pay attention to this part of your life. He's given you this gift so that you can get better. The old will pass away. That's his promise. Everything will be made new, even you, and even in the hope of your new relationships.